Hello and welcome to this update to the Human Skin Shader Pack. Now what I've created here is an additional feature that just enhances the scattering on the rim. So when light hits the surface it kind of scatters across the surface here. So I'm just going to show you with these two heads both selected. I'm just going to change those amounts. So it's rim scatter amount is the new thing, and you can kind of just see it there. And also rim affected by porosity. Now if I bring that right down, we're going to see it much clearer, and if we change the scatter color we can see it also a bit better. And again, you can change like the colors and things of that. I'm just going to bring it to a kind of reddish tone, and if you change this green value, this actually changes the way that this scattering happens. It's using a color because I need three. It's a vector 3 and it's easier just to pick a color as opposed to trying to change different values. But you can see how we can play with that scattering across the surface, and you can see it kind of gets to this point where it just kind of beams through the middle, and it's just a case of finding the sweet spot. And I think around about here is quite good, a kind of greenish tone. And also the brightness affects it. So I think somewhere there's kind of the ideal amount, and I can just change the scatter here, or rim affected by porosity. Now porosity is obtained through the gloss map and also the micro detail noise, and it's just kind of done internally, and it's a way of getting what I want quite quickly without having to add additional textures and things. So there's no need for a porosity map or anything like that. It's just going to use a little bit of the subsurface and the gloss map together, and you can also increase all those effects as well. Okay, so that's pretty much what's new, and I think this just kind of rounds off the whole skin shader to look, like proper skin. Just the way the red light just gets through here is quite important. So I'm just going to enhance it a little bit more again, just to get it to the point where it can be seen. Okay, and change the amount here. I think something like that's pretty good. Okay, and then just change the directional light to make sure everything's okay. And if it's too red on the surface, you can change this increase SSS amount. This is really for other controls in direct, and your weight map will leave. So affected by porosity I'm going to put quite high, and the rim scatter amount just down a bit, run a bit there. Okay, and I can change kind of where that lands. Maybe I want it around a bit here, and the color of it I can change. Okay, so you get control of the fuzz map as well, and the amount in here in case you want some extra ability to tone some things. I'm just thinking her head looks a little bit dark, so I'm just going to bring that reddish. And you've got your porosity power, so this is going to also affect a few things. Some skin glow, just to get a little bit of that there. With the porosity power it's going to affect the smoothness, so we can change that amount there. And metallicness would sort of enhance the colours, but it's going to make it look oily. I think that's a little bit more realistic. This is what you often see when light hits the surface. So I'll make the light a little bit darker lighter and move it around. And it's just a little bit more convincing. You can see the subsurface really working on the hands here. So if I move the light round behind, you can see the back scatter. So I can increase the backlit amount and also the weight map to see that a lot better, and then change the subsurface color to be a bit more red. You can also increase any of the SSS here. Just make sure that your light works both directly and behind. Sometimes it can look a little bit reddish, and it's just a case of playing with these values. So the rim scatter amount might be too high for when it's front on. I think that's quite good. And I'm quite happy with how the skin's looking now. It's a little bit better. You can see the micro normal power there is quite high. It's making it look a little bit rough, so I'm just going to bring that down a bit, and then I can change the tiling amount. Okay, so that's what's new with the skin stuff. In another video, I'm going to try out the Human Shader Pack on the UMA characters, so look out for that, and thanks for watching. Bye.